Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Terracards madness. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well today, folks. So we are running version 1.3.2. The point 2 was a little hotfix that fixed some bugs and more importantly made available an achievement. So previous to this achievement wasn't actually available to unlock. Well, now it is. And you're probably wondering, what achievement are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about good planning. So good planning, like I said, has been updated now and it is available for unlock. And to do so, we need to get to turn 200 without losing water, energy, or fuel on any turn. And how I kind of think about that is you cannot end your turn in the negative on any of your 3 primary resources. So the goal today, folks, is going to be to get good planning unlocked because frankly, I'm curious, like what does this actually do? What happens after you get it unlocked, right? What kind of achievement bonus do you get from it? What kind of global buff can you bring into runs with you? Really excited to kind of play around and get this one unlocked. So that is the overall goal here today, of course, to get good planning unlocked, and we are going to do so by whatever means necessary. So that is the plan. So we're going to hop on in. We're going to do a new farm here. I do like the idea of going with the regular, although I do want to do a run with the Green Father here. I'm going to use the regular for this one. I like his nice basic deck. So we're going to jump right on in with the regular. For our global buffs here, let's go with, I think monoculture's really good. I think save the animals. I mean, +3 production to all crops it's just so hard to say no to, right? 7 Seas Explorer, I think you could make a case for this one as well. +4 production to crops that are on islands that have... Let's go with 7 Seas Explorer. I think that's good. 35% discount on island purchases. You kidding me? So let's go with that. The farm name will, of course, be Well Planned. Because we're planning to be well planned here in this one today, folks. So we're going to hop right on in. And while we're hopping in here, if you are enjoying the Terracards content on the channel, right? If Terracards is a game that you enjoy and you like it, I mean, we play plenty of it right here on this channel. So if this is your kind of thing, please consider becoming a subscriber. I am a new channel here and your support would be greatly appreciated. Please also give the video a like if you feel like I'm doing a good job. I do put a lot of time into my content creation. And the best way to show a little bit of appreciation is just by giving the video a like. I would really, really appreciate it. But ultimately, folks, I just appreciate your viewership above all. And just want you to know that I'm very thankful for that. So thank you so much. Let's rock and roll. I've been watching my resources closely, right? Early game is definitely a time when you can go negative in your resources. We also want to make sure that we're not playing buildings that will immediately put you in the negative, like the melter, right? If you don't have a fuel solution in place already, you will go immediately -35. And therefore, you will not be able to get good planning. So, got to be careful. There was also a commenter that had mentioned, you know, maybe we went negative in the gold. I don't believe gold is... I don't think gold drives your ability to unlock it or not. I think the achievement is pretty clear, at least now it is, right? That it's all about water, energy, and fuel. So that's what we're going to focus on. And of course, to be successful in this particular one, I love the idea of the sunflower opening, right? And you fine folks are, of course, used to that here on the channel. You know, I love my sunflower opening. And the reason particularly why we want to go with the sunflower opening in this one, I mean, it's just a no-brainer. You want to get a strong battery of water and energy, and the sunflower can do both of those things for you. Well, not the sunflower alone, but the sunflower paired, of course, with the blue wheat can do both of those things for you. So why wouldn't I do that? And then for fuel, I mean, we can look at an array of things. We could look at a biofuel generator. We could look at what? There's fuel wheat, fuel corn. I mean, we'll see. I haven't really used cows yet in the new update, so I think maybe going with the cow build in this particular one would be something interesting to try. It's either that or I do like the idea of maybe going with the chicken build. I haven't really screwed around with chickens either. So we'll see. We'll certainly see. Do I have any sunflowers left? No, I don't. But first and foremost, I just want to get established here. So we got blue wheat going here. So let's get another blue wheat island right here as well. So our first essence reward is Rabbit Apprentice, Dealer's Hand, or Popcorn. So do we like any one of these in particular? If we're going to go animals, I mean, Rabbit Apprentice is pretty good, actually. Popcorn is a primary food, 4 times production. I mean, that's really good as well. Let's go with the popcorn buff. I think there's ways to kind of accumulate cows if that's the direction we're going to go. Here's the blue wheat. Very nice. Be taking this and then watch our energy and water production skyrocket. It's just the classic combo. It just works. It's just strong. It's just good. More watery trees. Yeah, we will certainly take some more watery trees. Really hard to say no to the good old watery tree. I think I'll throw a couple on this island here, just to double down. Another silo. Let's go corn since we do have the popcorn buff in play now. Let's go corn and start getting that established. So let's see. Let me think about this here for a moment. Yeah, let's just play corn right off the wheat island here. Of course, the nice thing about having a water and energy battery is you don't have to worry about the corn taking up all your water, right? We have wheat. Here's a melter. That is, of course, what we need for popcorn. However, I'm not going to play it yet because that will put us negative in the fuel. So we got to watch that closely. Got to just be smart about it. Medium fences. We'll take some medium fences. I like the prospect of the medium fence. I think we can start considering getting our cows on the field as well. So we could probably expand upward a few islands and do a little cow expansion here. So let's get our fine cow friends here on the field. Alright, so corn. So if we're going to get popcorn, I think the melter goes right there, right? If we're going to get the most benefit out of our corn bonus, though, we want it all bunched up. So I'll probably choose corn as soon as I see it again. So I'm not really too worried about it. But let's just throw this build together here. Let's see, I'm sitting on 16 more blue wheats, so the need for an additional blue wheat island will be present for sure. So let's get a watery tree right there then. Fuel cow, fuel tank, sunflower. Yes. And then corn goes right here, of course. Still looking for that fuel solution here. We get home sweet home. Yeah, home sweet home is a really important one to get. Alright, so let's go sunflower right here. And more blue wheat, of course. Silo. Sure. I'm just a sucker for the silo. What can I say? No, really we need a fuel solution. So I'll be working on that here in the next few turns. Next few draw phases, I should say. Alright, blue wheat. More blue wheat. Here's a biofuel generator. This is a good solution. So the blue wheat in and of itself doesn't really sell all that well, right? Although it is making us money right now, but you could get a biofuel generator off of your blue wheat island here, and it would perform very strong. We'll just put it that way. And still give you water and energy. So why don't we do that? There you go. 4760. There is your fuel solution. Alright, so all of our resources are looking pretty strong. Looking pretty good. So let's go more cows. Obviously with home sweet home, right? We're sitting pretty. Gonna get a little yogurt operation going on up here. I don't know if we want to get the crazy cows, the drunk cows. I think it's certainly an option. So pasteurizer, fermenter for the yogurt. If we can somehow weave in some carrots. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know if we end up getting carrots, but we could go all the way, right? We could go big time for some carrot yogurt. Pasteurized milk, 72 bucks. Here's a fermenter. Very nice. So let's get that yogurt going now. Feed those cows that popcorn. We're only getting 2 yogurts. There's got to be something. Maybe not. They're only producing 1, which is kind of wild to me. I feel like they should be producing more. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. Maybe so. A mixer, I'm just going to hold on to that for now. I'll see if I have the opportunity to grab some carrots. A rabbit, chicken, peanuts, giant sunflower. I mean, the giant sunflower is just pretty darn strong. So let's go with it. We have a cow deluge. Plus 20 production. That's going to help out big time. So I was just complaining about our cow's production. Well, now it's 84, right? So now we're going to get a whole lot of yogurt, hopefully. Yeah, 224. All right, good deal. Making some decent income now. Giant sunflower. Where are we going to put this? How about right here? That's a fine spot for it. All right, so we have another melter. Really what I need, I want to see if I can get some carrots. Here's another giant sunflower. Kind of hard to turn down. So let's add a few more of these bad boys right here. Throw a melter down there on that island. Fisherman's hut, giant chicken. Water well. Small fence. Penguin. Sugarcane. So this does boost up cows, right? Plus 2 production, plus 2 water cost per cows in 2 island range. Yes, it does. So if we actually get it right here on this island, very strong. So at maximum, we would need a mixer. And then if we can get a small fence with cows on it here. Lace in some carrots behind it with the cutter, right? Let's consider that. Although if I play the mixer, I believe it just claims the yogurt. Although that's a bug that they've got to fix. So let's see if it's fixed. I hope this doesn't sacrifice the run here. It might have, because we're not selling yogurt now. Very frustrating. Alright, cow's getting very strong. Alright, looks like it's back. Not sure what happened there, but it doesn't really instill a lot of confidence. Right? Crusher. Yeah, we'll take the crusher. So we can get a grater or a cutter here and some carrots behind it. We'll be sitting good. Crusher, of course, goes right here. Centrifuge in the future. Well, looks like the future is now. Someday came suddenly, right? All right, looking good. Starting to make some money on this build. Let's continue to maximize cows. I mean, 260 production. That's just insane. That's wild. That's that sugarcane combination with the popcorn buff and cow deluge. We don't even have elite cows yet, and our cows are pretty elite, I must admit. Grapes, water chicken. I mean, we could get the crazy cows. we could. We need a juicer. Yeah. Let's do it. So I'll get the grapes played right here. And then, of course, we can... Let's put our juicer right here. It'll ferment. It will intoxicate our cows. Let's get a barn. Stick that barn right here. We're going to have some mighty strong cows. Yeah, 520 production. Pretty ridiculous. Gluttonous Feast. Arboreal Bounty, Gluttonous Feast. Let's take that. 75k. Female Rabbit. Carrots. Here we go. Got some carrots now, too. Alright, so... Could go carrots here and here. And just lace it all in. So I think we do that. Otherwise, you can make the argument to share the island, but... I don't love that idea. I need things kind of uniform and neat, if I'm being honest. Another giant sunflower or 16 grapes. I think both are fair selections. Let's go with the... Let's go with the grapes. Giant sunflower is just like a nice little side piece, right? The money is being made right here in this diamond. And as soon as we lock in that juicer, it's going to be doing really well. So we have 8 more grape plants left. I kind of like the idea of going heavier on the carrots, right? So let's just kind of hold on to this for now. We get more cows. That's very nice. I'm going to just hold on to the grapes for now. Cows producing 130. I'm not sure why it fluctuates so much. Really hard to say. I mean, it seems like they're all getting fed the popcorn. Yeah, that's really hard to say. But it wouldn't be another day here in Terracards, folks, without just a little bit of confusion. A mixer. Don't need that. We need a juicer. Let's grab a giant sunflower. How about? It works for me. Alright, we need a juicer. We need a cutter or a grater as well. Crap collector. Nah. Apple tree. I mean, we could definitely go with the apple tree. There's a little bit of room in here. Plus, we can put it behind the cows here. And it's just not really going to do too much. Here's the grater. Absolutely. In fact, the giant carrot is in play as well. I think that's probably a good thing to do with this island up here, is play the giant carrot here. Here's a cutter, but I've already got a grater. Blue wheat. Yeah, once these drunken cows get rolling here, folks, it's going to be very water intensive. So let's go with more blue wheat to kind of shore up our water. And I think what I'll do is, for our grapes here, I'll just play them right here on the Biogenny. I really only need a bit of wine, because once you intoxicate the cow, right, it stays that way. Another barn. Yep, we'll take it. Veganism, black water, doing really good on fuel. That actually might be a play. Although, we gotta be really, really careful with this. We have to be. Because if our fuel goes negative even once, right? And we're going to be doing things like intoxicating our cows, and I think we can get it right now, but we got to be real careful. We've got to be real careful here. So let's see. Alright, our cows are beasted up for sure. 70 fuel a pop, 86 for this guy here. Okay. Yeah, we're still doing alright. I do get a little concerned about intoxicating our cows, though. Mixer, crow, wheat, water tank. Fuel wheat. We can go with some fuel wheat. Get that on the biofuel generator island. Definitely makes sense. It'll definitely work. Especially on the silo here. It's just a good play. Olive tree, apple tree, antenna. Yeah, I'll go with the apple tree. You can play that behind the cows. Play it right here. Can also throw a few on this island as well. Alright, fuel wheat. We have another barn here. Let's get that right here. More apple trees, you bet. Fuel cow. It provides fuel equivalent to half the total of fuel produced in adjacent islands. There actually is a play with the fuel cow here. So it's not going to make our sunflowers very happy, but that's okay. We'll put them right here. And then he can play off of our biofuel generator. It actually works pretty darn swell. So 5170, 8355. I think fuel is easier to kind of just go nuclear with than, say, compared to water, right? Water depends heavily on how many watery trees you have. And do you have a big grid of blue wheat and sunflowers? And if you do, obviously you're going to be doing pretty well in the water department. But if you don't, because sometimes the game just doesn't give you watery trees, it kind of feels like. So we can add fuel cows to this fence here. We can add a lot of them as well. Oven, antenna, peanuts, giant chicken, wolf. Here's some more corn. Yeah, let's take some more corn. Let's just keep playing the fuel wheats. One biofuel generator is proven to be very strong. We want to keep getting this corn in place too. That might have something to do with our production level of the cows. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, sometimes the physical production of the animal or the crop makes me scratch my head a little bit. Here's a cross. 2 times production to grapes. Yeah, we'll take that. Still looking for that juicer. We got the fermenter. Just need the juicer. So let's start plating the corn right there. Get that bonus going. And for the cross, let's see. Let's play it right here. It's a good spot for it. Got a bunch more fuel there as well because, you know, fuel wheat is going into the biofuel generator. So are the grapes, right? So it works out well for us. Church giant cow. We'll take the giant cow. Now the giant cow cannot get intoxicated, but that's all right. We have the infrastructure in place for obviously regular cows, and they do produce pretty mightily. Although if you compare it to just a regular cow here, just a little bit more. Tell me how that makes sense. All right, 188K coming out of the bank. Not a big deal. Here's chicken in the corn. So this is one of the essence rewards I really want to screw around with. Obviously, this isn't the right one for it, but plus 30 most used resource cost to chickens, but plus 30 production per island with just corns in a 2-island range. Just sounds very, very, very strong. Very scary, but very strong. So I do want to structure a build around this in the near future. This obviously isn't the one because we went cow, but I'll take Rabbit Apprentice here. This will help us secure cows every single turn. So we can start filling up these fences and really stressing out our fuel production here. Whoops, I forgot to play my cow. More fuel cows, yes. The answer is yes. Now the question is, do the fuel cows work with Rabbit Apprentice? We're going to find out. We're going to find out real soon here. Just getting nuclear fuel. Fuel cows. Often overlooked. Alright, let's keep playing the cows. Engineer cow. Juicer. Here we go. Alright, are you ready for the chorus of intoxicated bovine? So when I end my turn here, you might want to plug your ears, folks. It's usually a bassy chorus that hurts your ears. Alright, let's go. The grapes go in the juicer. Okay. So we only got one college-aged cow there, right? Let's take some more cows. We want to get these fences all filled up here. And how we doing? 20 carrot yogurt. Okay. The yogurt making sugarcane juice as well now. So we're getting a useful product out of our sugarcane. That's nice. Milk and yogurt selling pretty good. Why are we making, excuse me, regular milk? That doesn't make any sense to me. This should be pasteurized milk. Make it make sense, folks. Let me know. What am I missing? Am I missing something here? I don't think I am. But yeah, why are we making regular milk? And 4,600 units at that. Doesn't make sense. Just another day in Terracards here, folks. Alright, chicken, olive tree, mill. Crap collector, water well. Chocolate factory. Fisherman's hut. Watery tree. I mean, we could grab it. Let's do it. It'll help pump up our giant sunflowers a little bit. Alright, watery tree, watery tree. Suppose if we ever get arboreal bounty, be a decent spot for it. Not good, but decent. And low-key, this is the usefulness of the small fence, right? The ability to place structures around it. It can extend your island range, right? And allow you to really set up a strong build. I would think that the inclination is to think, okay, so medium fence, right? You get the most capacity out of it. That's the best way to go. And yeah, I mean, if you're looking to maximize your animals as much as possible, of course, the medium fence is the way to go. But without utilizing a small fence in the build here, we don't get the drunken cow. We don't get the carrot yogurt, right? So it gives us a lot of flexibility. The medium fence, it simply takes up the whole island, right? You can't play anything elsewhere. So I've always been a fan, personally, of just kind of holding on to the small fence. Taking them early and just holding on to them. You don't need a bunch of them, but hold on to them a bit. And then what it's going to allow you to do is, set up a build like this, right? So I'm going to get some rabbits right here. And why am I going to do that? To boost up our carrots. All right, so sunflowers are going to really hate this spot here, but we're going to put them there anyways. And I keep forgetting to play my cows. Darn. All right, let's get another fence in our hands here. But what do we have first? Dealer's hand, we have golden chance, and wheat expansion. Do we need wheat expansion? I think it's probably more useful than dealer's hand. Yeah, let's go with it. Why not? So here's some small fences here. Okay, so looks like our game just crashed. Alright folks, I'll try to load it back up. Alright folks, I am back. Yeah, so the game crashed. I copied the error script and I put it in the Discord. Hopefully the development team can take a look and address the issue. But I managed to load up my save, right? And this is the turn, I would assume, right before we selected our essence reward, but it's day 140, so guess I don't really know what happened, but I'm looking at it now, and we have negative 4,831 fuel. Prior to this, I had like, what, plus 22,000? So I am not sure at all what's going on here. But I really hope that this doesn't prevent us from getting good planning. I mean, I'm kind of invested in this build, so I think we're just going to power through and see what happens. But okay, so we play a cow and somehow that fixes it. I am not sure how that works. That is not a fuel cow there, folks. That is a regular cow. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it's another day in Terracards here, folks. So we're going to press on. Mill fermenter, water cow. Fuel wheat, mixer, small fence. We do want the small fence. I mean, I'd prefer a medium fence, if I'm being honest, but we'll take a small fence. No real space for another cow yet anyways, but I want to let's get some bunny rabbits right here. Get those carrots all beasted up, right? Let's do it. Okay, so we have another crash. All right, let me try loading this back up again. Sorry about this, folks. All right, folks, I am back yet again for the third time here. And so something strange is going on. I don't know what's going on, but we are still at day 140, okay? However, the events that we took last turn, right, playing the cow, did happen. We have bunnies in our hands. We don't have the small fence that I drew. And I'm just confused because, I played the small cow, right? And then ended my turn. I played the cow in the small fence and then ended my turn. So, just not sure what's going on here. And, of course, we're in the negative again for fuel, which is another baffling thing. It's kind of frustrating. I don't love it. But I'm going to see if I can just play a juicer right here. Okay, so it does fix the fuel problem, which is what I'm most concerned about. I just want to kind of carry this across the finish line. So if I just sit here and end my turn, am I going to get good planning? I don't want to, upset it. You know what I'm saying? So let's play a small fence here. I think I'm really testing fate here, folks. In fact, I'm just anticipating a crash here. But we're making a ton of cash here. I don't want to upset the apple cart, if you will, but gotta be able to continue to play here. Let's go. So let's go with corn. I mean, I think corn is pretty stable, right? Maybe? Yeah, corn's gotta be stable. So let's get some more popped corn here. And yeah, like I said, I apologize for the crashes, obviously. Terracards is a game still in early access, right? The development team is working really hard on it. Every time the game does crash, thankfully, it does create a script for you. And then I simply share that with the development team, right? And they've been really responsive. They've been really good about addressing some of these issues. They've been coming out with frequent hot fixes, right? So there's been 2 hot fixes released already since the game went to 1.3, right? So really what I'm trying to do is obviously have fun, make content for you fine folks, and of course help improve the game as well, right? The team isn't going to be able to fix this stuff unless, you know, we share the game script. All right, so we got another crash here. That time I pressed the number 3 key. Interesting. All right, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I am back yet again. That time I pressed the 3 key and the game crashed, of course, as I kind of documented. But here we are, day 144. We have negative 5,000 fuel again. Not sure why that is the case, but apparently just playing a card kind of resets it. So I think I'm just going to be very, very, very careful here. Just be very careful. It doesn't look like our corn draw registered. So it's weird that you kind of go back in time. I mean, I suppose it makes sense to kind of go back in time. However, here's some more carrots. Very nice. It makes sense that you go back in time a bit, but I don't know. It's just interesting to me. So yeah, like I was saying, the development team is working hard on this stuff. I do know. I'm in occasional contact with the main developer guy, right? He's a really nice individual. And reporting these types of errors do ultimately help the end product, right? So if you get these kind of errors, please do report them in the Discord. And please also let me know in the comments section if you are experiencing, you know, similar errors as well, similar crashes, stuff like that. I think we all want to get to a place where this game's a little more stable, right? And I think 1.3 does indeed make it a lot more stable from a performance standpoint. But it's an early access game. There are still bugs, and that's kind of what we're collectively helping to work through here, of course. Wish we had the priority option here, right? Because all of our carrots are being juiced, meaning we're not making carrot yogurt, but that's okay. The volume of yogurt that we're making is doing really, really well. Alright, blue wheats. Let's keep playing this. And like I said, I'm going to try to be real careful here. Sunflowers. Grab some more of those. We've got an unhappy spot for them right here. They just don't like the barn. It blocks the sun. But we see a build here, folks, where rabbits and cows are working in harmony. Now, if all of the carrots weren't being juiced and instead were being graded, we'd have a different outcome, but still. You gotta love some harmony. More fuel cows. Okay, so that crashed the game as well. Alright, I'll be right back. Sorry, folks. I'm so sorry about this. Alright, folks. Me again. I am back yet again. That's right, the persistence that I have. That time I was pressing yet another hotkey to play a card. I don't know if maybe that's what's causing it. The error script, I don't really understand code too well, but the error script seems to suggest that maybe that's what's driving it. So I will just manually play cards from here on out, and we'll see if that has a better effect, of course. So let's take a few water tanks. Let's play some blue wheat. And really what I want to do is I just want to get this build across the finish line and hopefully get good planning. I mean, every time we restart, right, the fuel goes back to negative whatever. And that's kind of troubling, but I'm hoping that, given we didn't end our turn in the negative, right, that it still favors us and gives us the achievement. So let's see, water well. I'm just being real careful here. Let's grab another biofuel generator. I was kind of excited to get all my fuel cows down, you know? We got a nice stack of those bad boys. So when that is the case, let's just go ahead and biofuel generate some blue wheat. Alright, very nice. Scarecrow wheat. Giant carrot. Yes. So we're going to put that right here. Weed expansion, golden... Okay, so I went with weed expansion before, right? And that seemed to crash the game. So let's go with Peanut Fest just to be nice and cautious here. 628 production out of that giant carrot. Pretty wild stuff. But yeah, so what I was getting at, we have a build that's very harmonized, right? We have some nice harmony between our cow friends and our rabbit friends. And they can work together to create some good cash money for you. Alright, so kind of tapped out on capacity. We do have a medium fence. I don't really need to set up another rig. We're just taking this one to turn 200. I'm kind of traumatized, not gonna lie. Making 2.2 mil though. It's that yogurt. My goodness, are these cows just insanely strong. Yeah, 408 from this giant cow here. Got the crazy cow making 392 units of yogurt per turn. Just wild stuff. Wild, wild stuff. So yeah, just in case you didn't know, cow builds are very, very strong. Alright, so I have not used the hotkeys. It seems to have created some stability here. The past two crashes have definitely been hotkey related, I think. That's just speculation. At the end of the day, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I can certainly share with everybody that it's definitely due to using the hotkeys. At least as far as I have experienced here. Fuel corn. Yeah, we could use some fuel corn, sure. But yeah, folks, again, my apologies for the crashes. Obviously, I'm not trying to crash the game. So, rumor has it the corn buff has been fixed. Let's see. Sure has. Very nice. So, that's good. That's progress, right? Although I must admit, it's very hard for me to not use the hotkeys, right? I'm just so, like, used to that. With this game, giant sunflower... Yeah, we could use a giant sunflower. Actually, no, we cannot. Yeah, we'll put it right here. Play some more blue wheat. Get some more fuel. It is the engine that drives our entire farm. Fuel. That's, of course, because we have black water here. Very strong if you have the fuel. And I'm also glad that one's fixed. There were some early builds of Terracards where black water would literally destroy your farm. Like, everything would just explode. It's hard to explain. I did a video on it, well, where it happened unintentionally. Very much so unintentionally. And my whole farm got wiped. You can check that one out. I believe it's called, like, I wasn't expecting this to happen or something like that. The thumbnail Has a big mushroom cloud on it. Pretty funny stuff. But we have 25 turns remaining here. And I'm just curious to see, even despite all of this madness. And when I say Terracards madness, folks, this is typically what I mean by that, right? But even despite all of this madness, are we still able to get the achievement that we desire unlocked? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out real soon here, actually. Biofuel generator. Where's an opportune spot for this? Let's see if it works on the giant sunflower here. Sure does. Plus 7,000 fuel. No big deal. So that is another secret strong combination. That is, of course, if you feel comfortable sacrificing the mighty production of the giant sunflower. Let's go bunny-like carrot here. Now these are going to get really strong. Yeah, 660 from that giant carrot. All goes into the juicer, though. Huge bummer there. So that's where I do like the idea of bringing that structural priority back, right? And if you're not aware of what that is, there was a function pre 1.3 that you were able to set the priority of the structure. So each structure you could assign a numerical value to that would denote the priority of it. So for instance, if you had, say, so it was 3, 2, 1, right? 3 being the highest priority, 1 being the lowest. And for this setup right here, I would put the grater to priority 3, so the carrots go to the grater instead of the juicer, right? So that is the idea there, and obviously you want that because that gives you the carrot yogurt, right? The more lucrative product. But we are being carried by our cow friends here, and they're doing a phenomenal job. Got popcorn for everybody. Everybody's happy. Another giant sunflower. Yeah, why not? Turn it all into fuel, baby. 7,000. Alright, day 186. We have some more barns here. Let's go ahead and play some more barns. Got plenty of fuel to back this up. Got plenty of money, for that matter. Wow, look at that. Adds like 3,000 to fuel upkeep. But it makes these cows insanely strong now. The drunken cow. It's better than the giant cow. Just objectively better. There's no argument there. And it takes less fence space as well. And it's not even really that hard of a animal to make. It just isn't. Alright, $3 million coming out, and we are the last 10 days here, folks. The home stretch. You gotta love some rabbit and cow harmony, right? Another giant sunflower. Sure, let's do it. I've got a biofuel generator that would be highly interested in what you're packing here, giant sunflower. Let's go. I still think it's a little OP that you can get so many of these. And interestingly enough, I'm still getting the same 7,000 or so. Hard to explain here, folks. Hard to explain. You can go with the popsicle. Throw it right here. Cows like popsicles, I guess. No, I of course have never heard of that until I started playing tarot cards, but it's a fine image. Giant cows. times 5. Wow. Another giant sunflower. Yeah, you bet. We'll go with it. And we are standing on the threshold of the moment of truth here, folks. Day 199. The question quickly becomes, do we get good planning or not? Well, we're going to find out here right now. Elite cows. Yep, don't mind if I do. Okay, so doesn't look like we got it. Do I have to end my turn? Do you have to get like past day 200? Wacky stuff here, folks. So let's back on out. Get to turn 200 without losing water, energy, or fuel on any turn. It's got to have something to do with the reloading and the crashing, right? It just has to. So that is most unfortunate here, folks, but it'll give me a reason to make another video to get good planning actually physically unlocked, hopefully without any crashes. So I do apologize for this sort of, I guess, patchwork video, right? Because it very much is, 5 different parts patched together. That's ultimately what it's going to be. Obviously, I didn't expect the crashes. But at the end of the day, I still hope you had fun and enjoyed the video. I think we did showcase a really strong build, right? With cows, and then you add a little accent of rabbits in there, right? And you get a nice harmonized build. And frankly, with structural priority in place, or just better planning overall with your juicer, I mean, you can make literal mountains of carrot yogurt, which sells even better than the yogurt itself. So that is a very strong combination, probably one of the big takeaways from this. A few other takeaways: fuel cows on a biofuel generator, that's very strong. Giant sunflower on a biofuel generator appears to be very strong as well. So with that said, folks, and again, I do apologize, but at the end of the day, I hope you had fun, and I do appreciate your viewership. I'm going to get on out of here, though, work on something else. Have yourself a great day. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned, and we'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.